Hey everyone, welcome back to Olinsi Traveling. Today we're taking a trip through McCammon, Idaho, and we're stopping at a place that really caught my attention. This is FlyingJ Travel Center, right off Interstate 15, and let me tell you something. When you're driving through Idaho and suddenly see these beautiful mountains surrounding the highway, it can make even a regular fuel stop feel like something special. And that's exactly what we're checking out today. This isn't just going to be another quick truck stop tour. We're going to look at the parking, fuel island, store, showers, food, driver amenities, RV side, and the overall atmosphere here at FlyingJ. But more importantly, we're going to talk about what this place feels like from the perspective of someone spending a lot of time on the road. Because when you've been driving for hours, scenery matters. A good parking lot matters. A hot shower matters. A cup of coffee matters. And sometimes, just seeing a beautiful mountain range outside your windshield can completely change your mood. The official location is at 587 East US 30, right off I-15 at exit 47. FlyingJ listed as open 24 hours. So today we're going to slow down for a few minutes and enjoy this Idaho stop. Let's take a look. The first thing that stands out to me here isn't even the truck stop. It's the mountains. Look around. This is one of those places where you can park your truck and actually feel like you're surrounded by Idaho. For a driver, that's a nice change. You might spend one day driving through flat farmland. The next day you're dealing with heavy traffic. And then suddenly you're climbing through mountain country with a completely different landscape outside the windshield. That's one of the reasons I enjoy trucking. You don't just travel from one city to another. You watch the country change right in front of you. And McCammon is a good example. You're on a major interstate, but the scenery reminds you that you're still traveling through a rugged part of the American West. That's why I like calling this place an I-15 Oasis. You can fuel the truck, grab some food, stretch your legs, and look out at those mountains before getting back behind the wheel. And after a long day, that's a pretty good combination. Now let's talk about something every truck driver cares about. Parking. Because beautiful mountains are great. But if you can't park the truck, you're going to have a problem. FlyingJ currently lists 84 public parking spaces and 13 prime parking spaces at this location. That's a useful amount of capacity for a stop along I-15. And parking is always one of those things where timing matters. During the day, you may have plenty of choices. But as afternoon turns into evening, drivers start finishing their routes. One truck arrives, then another, and suddenly you're looking around thinking, where am I going to put this thing? That's why experienced drivers plan ahead. Don't wait until your clock is almost finished before thinking about parking. If you know you're getting close to your stopping time, start looking at your options early. A good parking space can save you a lot of stress. And once you're parked, take those few extra minutes to do your walk around. Check the tires. Look at the lights. Check your airlines. Make sure everything looks right. Then you can finally relax. That's part of the routine. FlyingJ lists 5 fuel lanes at this location, along with diesel, DEF, and other driver-focused services. For me, fueling isn't just about putting diesel in the tanks. It's also a perfect opportunity to reset. Clean the windshield. Check your tires. Take a quick look at the trailer. Maybe grab a coffee. And if you've been driving for several hours, just getting out of that seat for a few minutes can feel great. One thing I always recommend is using fueling time efficiently. Don't just stand there waiting for the pump. Look around your truck. Check something. Clean something. Prepare for the next part of your trip. Those little habits become automatic after you've been driving long enough. And once the tanks are full, you're ready to head back onto I-15. Make sure everything looks right. Then you can finally relax. That's part of the routine. This isn't only a truck stop. It's also a useful place for RV travelers moving through Idaho. FlyingJ locations serve truck drivers, RV travelers, EV drivers, and regular motorists, and this McCammon location includes RV-related amenities. And I think that's interesting because everyone here is on a different journey. The truck driver might be delivering a load hundreds of miles away. The RV traveler might be heading toward Yellowstone, Utah, or somewhere else in the West. A family might simply be taking a road trip. Different vehicles, different destinations, same highway. That's what makes places like this interesting. Interstate 15 is a major north-south highway through the western United States. For truck drivers, it connects major freight routes and communities across several states. And driving through Idaho gives you a little bit of everything. You get open country, you get mountains, you get changing weather, and you get those long stretches where you can really settle into your driving rhythm. But mountain driving requires respect. Weather can change, road conditions can change, and a road that looks easy on a sunny afternoon can feel completely different when you're dealing with snow, wind, or ice. That's why preparation matters. Check the weather, know the route, watch your speed, give yourself extra following distance, and don't let a beautiful view distract you from the road. Because yes, the scenery is incredible, but we're still working. We're still driving a big machine down the highway. Safety comes first. Now imagine arriving here at night. The sun is gone. The mountains become silhouettes against the dark sky. The travel center lights are shining. Trucks are pulling in. Drivers are finishing their day. Somebody is grabbing dinner. Somebody else is taking a shower. Another driver is already asleep behind the curtains. That's the rhythm of trucking. Every truck in the parking lot has a different story. Different load. Different destination. Different driver. But tonight, everyone is sharing the same place. And honestly, there's something peaceful about that. You can hear the occasional engine. Maybe an air brake. Maybe a truck pulling away. But compared with the noise and stress of a busy city, a mountain stop like McCammon can feel like a nice place to slow down. Let me ask you something. What's more important to you when choosing a truck stop, great parking or great scenery? Would you choose a huge parking lot with nothing around it? Or would you rather have a decent parking area surrounded by beautiful mountains like this? Tell me in the comments. And if you've already stopped at this FlyingJ in McCammon, I'd especially like to hear your experience. Was the parking good? Were the showers clean? How was the food? Real driver experiences are always helpful for people planning their next route. Now let's head inside. FlyingJ is designed around travelers who need convenience, and this location has the basics you'd expect from a major travel center. You've got coffee, snacks, drinks, travel supplies, truck-related items, and food. The location also lists favorites like pizza, coffee, salads, sandwiches, wraps, hot food, Homa-style meals, and wings and tenders. And let's be honest, after several hours behind the wheel, food tastes better. You don't always need a fancy restaurant. Sometimes you just need something hot, a cold drink, and 10 minutes to sit down. That's enough to reset your brain. The location also has 5 showers and public laundry, which can be especially useful for drivers spending multiple days on the road. A clean shower after a long driving day. That's one of those things that never gets old. Another reason this location is interesting is what's around it. McCammon sits in southeastern Idaho, and the area is close to outdoor destinations such as lava hot springs. That means this isn't just a place where freight drivers pass through. It's also part of a region that attracts travelers looking for mountains, hot springs, hiking, camping, and outdoor adventures. And that's one of my favorite things about driving through the West. You can be working your way down an interstate focused on your delivery, and suddenly realize you're passing through an incredibly beautiful part of the country. You may not have time to stop and explore every place, but you can still appreciate the view. That's part of the experience. Sometimes people see trucking as simply, get in the truck, drive, deliver, go home. But there's a lot more to it. You're planning your day, watching your hours, checking weather, looking for parking, managing fuel, dealing with traffic, keeping the truck maintained, and trying to stay healthy while spending so much time sitting behind the wheel. That's why a stop like this can become important. It gives you a chance to reset, get some food, take a shower, do laundry, stretch your legs, check your truck, and just breathe for a few minutes. Then tomorrow morning, you start all over again. Coffee, pre-trip, engine on, seat belt, and back onto I-15. That's the life. And every stop becomes another chapter. Before we wrap up, take one more look at this scenery. This is why I enjoy traveling. Sometimes the destination isn't the most important part. Sometimes it's the road getting there. And today, the road brought us to McCammon, Idaho. We found a FlyingJ with useful truck driver amenities, parking, fuel, showers, food, and, maybe best of all, a beautiful mountain backdrop. The official FlyingJ listing currently shows 84 public parking spaces, 13 prime spaces, 5 showers, 5 fuel lanes, laundry, def, propane, a CAT scale, and EV charging. So you've got the practical side covered. But you've also got the scenery. And that's a pretty good combination for a travel center. So, what's my final impression of FlyingJ Travel Center in McCammon, Idaho? For a driver traveling I-15, this is a very interesting stop. You've got the fuel. You've got parking. You've got showers. You've got food. You've got the convenience store. You've got services for drivers. And then you've got those mountains surrounding you. That's what makes this location memorable. It isn't just another exit. It's a place where you can take a break and actually appreciate where the road has brought you. So now it's your turn. Have you ever stopped at this FlyingJ in McCammon? And if you have, would you call it one of your favorite stops on I-15? Drop your experience in the comments. And if you enjoyed riding along with me today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more truck stops, travel centers, beautiful highways, and real trucking life here on Olinsi Traveling. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself, take care of your truck, and keep those miles rolling. I'll see you at the next stop.